Hey, how are you guys doing? It's Rob with skidsteersolutions.com, and I'm going to be giving you a thorough overview of Denis Cimaf skid steer mulcher attachments and why you should consider having one of these at your next land clearing job. After we know a little bit more about this advanced machine, we'll take it out on a demo job site and we'll show you just what it can do. But before we dive in deep on this monster, let's talk about the brand and the industry. Denis Cimaf was famously founded by Laurent Denis and his wife Monique in Quebec, Canada, and they're credited with many industry advancements in technology. They began in 1990, are well known, well supported, and that means they stand behind their product and reputation. When you're far out on a job site, your best defense against malfunction begins by choosing the right high-quality piece of equipment and ensuring that they support it. Now here's a little summary about the industry for those of you who are new and here to learn about what this attachment might be used for. This attachment sector is often and incorrectly only connected to the forestry sector. However, mulching with these types of equipment covers most of the applications related to the civil engineering sector, both in the preparation and maintenance of roads and roadsides. It also relates to the preparation of transport corridors and the distribution of electricity, the corridors for pipelines, as well as any work related to clearing for the use in residential, commercial, or industrial construction. If you're a part of these sectors, then Denis Cimaf is a leading brand you definitely want to consider. Let's get into the details of the DAF product line. The DAF series of mulchers are high-power industrial forestry brush cutting mulching systems that can be installed on most compact loaders or other dedicated forestry carriers. Denis Cimaf DAF brush cutters and mulchers are designed for vegetation control work and are known in the industry for their cutting-edge innovation. Something that's unique to the Denis Cimaf mulchers, and that's heard of around the industry, is their anti-vibration system that was developed to reduce the vibration back to the carrier machine. In this case, this powerful compact track loader. Remember, mulching is a violent and purposeful act of destruction towards Earth's vegetation, so the design of their rotor, teeth, and system as a whole is going to make this work much smoother and more productive for the operator. The DAF mulcher is a sophisticated machine with many parts. Sometimes some of its parts will have to be replaced. Fortunately, we've carefully included some spare parts with the full purchase. A set of spare blades, a set of tools and items of maintenance accessories for the brush cutter, motorized blade sharpener to sharpen the blades on the spot. Additionally, as many factors must be considered during installation and configuration of the DAF brush cutter mulcher, a specialized technician will take care of the installation. A day for technical adjustments and field training will be planned for each of the machines to be carried out by a Denis Cimaf technician. That's pretty cool. You know that when you order this attachment from skidsteersolutions.com, that you'll be taken care of every step of the way by both us and Denis Cimaf. You should also know that the Denis Cimaf mulcher skid steer attachment line consists of 3 models to cover a wide range of carriers. There's the DAF 150D, 180D, and the 180E front-mounted mulchers. Each of these models can be mounted on a skid steer and other carriers with a universal quick attach. Now we'll talk a bit more about the specs of each of these models. To operate at the desired results, the DAF 150D requires a carrier to have a minimum of 75 horsepower and at least a continuous hydraulic flow of 23 gallons per minute. The DAF 180D requires the carrier to have an 85 horsepower rating and at least 30 gallons per minute, and the 180E requires 125 horsepower at least 45 GPM of hydraulic flow. Take a look at the full specifications for each model on our website, but here are a few more specifications that you'll want to know and consider before choosing your Denis Cimaf mulcher head. Let's go over each of the key design points on the Denis Cimaf DAF mulcher attachment. The rotor is the most important part of the DAF frontal brush cutters. Its design makes it lighter than most other similar machines and improves the speed of rotation of the rotor. The high-resistance steel knives are attached to the knife holder system by a single bolt and nut, thus making the replacement of a knife easy. The knife post allows for reducing the pressure added to the knife. The knives are supplied with several heat treatments. The protective discs serve 2 functions. They limit the amount of material mulched by a knife, producing a smaller and consistent chip. and they also reduce the impact force which protects the knife holders. During clearing operations in more aged vegetation areas, the operator is often confronted with tearing down a tree. The classical technique consists of grinding half of the trunk and then pushing with the machine until the tree falls to the ground. The hydraulic pusher allows for applying force on the tree without impact to the ground. The DAF frontal brush cutter contains a hydraulic axial piston and variable cylinder motor that prevents overheating problems and allows for rapid acceleration. The industrial notch transmission belt used in the DAF frontal brush cutter transmits all of the engine power to the rotor without the risk of skidding or slippage. With the forces and speeds involved in industrial forestry brush cutting and mulching, it is natural that the machine casing wears, especially in the inner part that houses the rotor. The wear liner limits the wear to the casing, and it also is easily replaceable with a set of bolts. Replaceable skid plates are often in contact with the ground while mulching. They help limit the damage done to the casing of the machine by taking this damage themselves. With only 3 bolts, they are easy to replace. This quick attach system is designed for compact track loaders and allows changing the front brush cutter for another tool and vice versa. This design adds versatility and speed of execution to the list of sales advantages. So you know what makes this mulcher great? Now we'll show you. It's time to have some fun with this DAF 180D by Denis Cimaf. Let's go! Wow, now wasn't that something? We took down all types of material here. I think the toughest thing was actually where we had a lot of brush in big clumps, and there was a lot of heavy saplings all mixed in there. We had to get in from different angles, but once we got that down, man, it just mulched it and made it disappear. You can find this and other amazing attachments at skidsteersolutions.com.